Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back. We are back with a review for Sistas Season 6, Episode 12, Daydreams. The second half of the season is back, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. If you're new here, if you're not new here, welcome. Either way, I'm glad to have you. Thanks for stopping by. This is a growing channel. So if you enjoyed this type of content, check out my other videos. Definitely subscribe because I need your help to continue to make my channel grow. And turn on your post notifications so you know when I upload a video. Okay, check out the community tab, all the things, all of them. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this episode. Now we had a little break. We back. So we pick up right where we left off. That's with Karen pow-powing Fatima. Fatima laying on the ground, bleeding, everybody screaming. But of course, Karen's crazy self was just daydreaming. Wow, what a shock. So Zatima tells Karen that they saw the results of the DNA tests. And Fatima apologizes for walking into Karen's house unannounced, but mentions Karen coming on as Zach. Now, for me, I do feel like Fatima was wrong for going to that lady's house, but I wouldn't apologize for nothing at this point. I would have just, look, I did it, and I wouldn't apologize for nothing because Karen been doing too much. So whatever. I ain't saying what Fatima did was right, but a part of me understands. So Karen thinks that they're only being nice to her to protect Zach's assets. She's like, oh, y'all just want to protect his money. Well, me and this baby is coming for everything, all his money, everything this baby's owed. Child, you got to split it with the other child. Don't forget, it's another child in the picture, okay? Let's not forget. I wish he would just go get a real DNA test. For none of these children have they gone down and got a legitimate DNA test. So Zatima leaves, and Karen wants Andy to pick between her or Fatima, which she won't do. And if we're going to be honest, because Andy's holding on to, oh, Karen's my best friend. She's been my best friend since college. It seems like she gets along better with Fatima, just keeping it real. So Pam and Aaron pop up, and everybody can walk into this law office so free, it seems. Like they don't make nobody wait in the waiting room or nothing. But why are these two always together? We always see Aaron and Pam together. I don't know. I feel like something may happen between them because they're always together. So Aaron wants to speak to Andy alone. Pam like, why? Don't do me because I ain't one of the sisters. The sisters ain't even really sisters, but okay, go off. So Aaron thinks Karen's acting like this because of pregnancy hormones, because his friend's wife was acting funny when she was pregnant. What that got to do? No. Anybody who's been pregnant can confirm that Karen is just thrown off. I mean, just point blank in the period, okay? This is just taking it too far. Even Andy was like, no, this seemed a little bit more than some pregnancy hormones. She can't take that Zatima won't break, okay? She thought that this is a little phase and Zach would be back. No, she can't take it. And Aaron was like, oh, I've never seen her act like this. Well, according to Tyler Perryland, y'all only been knowing each other for 2 months? It ain't been that long, okay? So Aaron said that he is the pappy. And he said he saw the results. And Andy like, and how did you see the results? Was it your doctor friend? How you see him? So of course he denying it. I'm like, I don't know how you saw you as a pappy. I don't know what to believe. I don't know if Karen made something up with them results. I don't know nothing. So moving on, Calvin and Sabrina are waiting on, the African Pride bio. We're waiting for his lawyer to arrive to help with Maurice. He never arrives. Boring. Next. This scene was blah. So Maurice tries to confess. He tries to confess to the DA, and the DA don't believe him. He like, your story ain't making sense. You're lying. You don't know nothing. In the video footage that we have of you look shaken up. Like you just wasn't a part of this. It's a lie. So, and I'm glad he doesn't believe him, and he shouldn't believe him. Y'all need Q needs to be up under the jail. I don't understand why we don't just go get the criminal who did the crime and make him do the time. So the law enforcement steps outside, and the DA talks to the crooked cop and was like, listen, they didn't do it. And, Crooked Cop is insisting that they did it. And he like, you just, you trying to make partner or trying to get promoted or whatever, ain't you? You trying to be chief or whatever role he was trying to get. And he like, no. And he's like, listen, any good attorney and even a public defender could see through this. I mean, they could represent themselves and get off. So he's like, you need to bring me something solid. And I know janky phone call. Yeah. The storyline is stale, and I really wish Tyler Perry would wrap this up. Like, why don't we get something that we want to see? Why don't we have Maurice get a man and fall in love, or some other drama? Sabrina got a whole nother storyline with the African prince. We can focus on that and leave this behind. I don't know what we're gonna do with Calvin, but he's Maurice's roommate. We'll see him. So Andy calls Dani and tells her that they're going to bother Karen again tonight, and she needs to call Sabrina and tell her. Maurice is set free, and he finds out the lawyer didn't come. And Maurice tells Sabrina that African Pride, he is a homophobe, okay? Homophobe, okay? So the Crooked Cop comes out while they're talking, and he's like, yeah, we're going to get y'all. I know you did it. But sir, shut up. Get on, please. Anybody with vision and ears can see and hear that they did not do this. So Gary and Hayden are chit-chatting, talking about taxes or something, and the annulment comes up. Where is Robin? Like, Tyler Perry, Robin better make a comeback, because Tyler Perry is good for having a storyline and not finishing. Like with Gary's ex-wife, when she was suing him and then we never heard nothing else about it. Or the fact that he had like multiple children at first, and then he had one son that was like autistic, and now he has no kids, and I don't understand it. So Hayden misses his wife, but Gary reminds him that he don't have no prenup. And he was like, oh, Hayden was like, well, Tamara was like, or whatever her name is, was like, oh, she said, let's just stay married for 6 months. And he's like, yeah, so y'all will have to get divorced and that you couldn't get it annulled. We know her game, clearly. And again, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Why is a post-nup not being mentioned? That is a thing that we can do. Or, don't wait 6 months. Do it 3 months and see if Hayden ain't going nowhere. I mean, listen. One thing about it, though, he left Zach and Fatima alone. I just feel like let Hayden be a fool in peace. We don't care no more. So Gary decides to go bother Andy and confront her about being on a dating app. This stalker claims that his friend sent the info to him. Sure. And by friend, do you mean PI for private investigator? So Gary tells Andy that, he knows the person who owns the app and it's unsafe. It's unsafe people on there. They got sued. Just as unsafe as you, Gary. But Andy like, I'll see for myself. And bodyguard Fatima steps in and kicks Gary out. Andy tells Fatima she's only on that site to make Gary jealous. Girl, why? Why aren't you trying to cut him off for real? Why not? End it. I can't even believe he's still on the show. We need to get these ladies some new men, please. So Fatima printed out the DNA results, and she was like, "It's not looking right. It doesn't say anywhere on there that Zach is not, or that Zach is the father, because she didn't have his DNA. It only says Aaron's not the father." And Andy cracks. She tells Fatima what Aaron said about him being a pappy. Again, clearly Andy is closer to Fatima. So Fatima feels like, well, it can't be Zach's. It can be anybody else. It's obviously not Zach's. Andy's like, I don't think so. She only slept with 2 men. Fatima like, yeah, okay. I don't think it's Zach's baby. Neither do I. Somebody said at this point it could be Nick Cannon's baby. It literally could. I mean, we don't know. We don't know whose child it is, child. Is there even a baby at this point? I don't know. Y'all said y'all saw a baby bump for future seasons. Let's speed this up. Get new writers in the room. Please usher them in, because this is taking too long. Whew. Let me get off my soapbox. So at the one and only airport in the city, some random man walks up to Dani. He starts telling her all of her business, what music she likes, that she liked to puff on Mary Jane, her friends by name, Preston's name. It was crazy. And he asked her out. No, creepy stalker. Why would she want to go out on a date with you after you said that? Like, he like, well, we go on breaks at the same time, and we come in and leave at the same time. So you mean to tell me she just sitting on her phone every time y'all leave? She on the phone talking to Andy. Um, she's talking to Karen and Sabrina for all that time. If I heard somebody talking, I would just mind my business personally. And he like, yeah, let's have a drink at whatever spot at 10 o'clock. She said, no, I got a man. He's still insisting. So what Danny do? Immediately get on the phone and call Sabrina. But she was calling her to tell her about them harassing Karen tonight. So back at the house, Zach tells Fatima that he doesn't know if he would be able to stick around for all the drama that he puts her through. Listen, no, he would not. Men can't take everything that they put in women through. They will put you through hell and back. And if you do it, even a portion of it to them, they can't take it. They will leave. That's why women need to stop putting up with everything. I kind of want, I low key want Fatima to walk. Like, I wouldn't be mad if she left. This is too much. It's too much. But she gonna stick around. And, he like, they talking about they love each other, whatever. And then Zach mentions his son because she was like, why don't you want to eat? He's like, how can I eat? No, my son is starving. Again, we need a legitimate DNA test first and foremost. But okay, I'm glad you thinking about him. Think about him and go get him something to eat. So Fatima said, let's just go over there and see him then. And, so they going to go. And Zach's telling her, like, please be on your best behavior. Okay. I'm sure she will be. So Bio comes over to Sabrina's and they discuss Maurice. Bio mentions Maurice's lifestyle, which first and foremost is absolutely none of his business at all. Like, whoever Maurice is sleeping with has no effect on him in any way, shape, or form. Sabrina looks so pretty, side note, like she really does. But Sabrina is finally opening her eyes to the fact that Bio is closed-minded. Okay? I mean, how many times did people have to tell her? She just was in denial. So Bio said that he was really only there to help Sabrina. Like, he don't like this friend, and he clearly don't want her to have nothing to do with him. But Sabrina, she tries to cut Bio off. She's like, I don't want to move forward. I got a lot to think about. Like, basically, I'm picking my friend over you. But Bio said, not so fast. He has other plans. He said, when I gave you that money, that was like a signing a contract. Okay, you mine now. You thought you was getting that money for free, girl? Please be for real. So he said he wants a return on his investment. And she's like, what? I'm an investment? She always just play like a soul. Girl, where is your head at? In the clouds? It's giving Delulu. Okay. Sabrina acts surprised. And I'm like, girl, what you thought? Like, duh. Not only does he want to sleep with her, which is a given, but he was like, and you're going to be one of my wives. Because in my country, if I give you $1 million, you one of my wives. Sir, we're not in your country. Okay? So we don't want to hear about what you do back home. That's how you feel? Go back there. But ain't no way she just going to get away with this because she was talking about before, I'll pay you back. Girl, it'll take you forever to pay that money back. He don't care about the money. He wants his investment, which is now you. He looks at you like property. And he said, yeah, you're going to be one of my wives. She's like, one of them. Because she's like, oh, you want to sleep with me? And he was like, yeah. And she was looking like she was thinking about it. Like it was giving like Jada Pinkett and set it off. But then he said, one of my wives. And she was like, now you're pushing it. Now you're taking it too far. So I'm sure she's going to say no. And I'm sure he got something in her head now. Listen. She can't even just play the game, honey, because she gonna be in too deep. She messing. This is uncharted water. She don't know what she messing with. I don't know why she called him. The lawyer didn't even come through. Well, I mean, it worked because Maurice got out. He got bailed out, but I don't know. It was obvious from the start what his intentions were. Like, it just be so obvious. And every time something happens, one of the sisters be like, oh, I can't believe. Why not? Well, all these clues. What? Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Are y'all glad Sistas is back? I just want Karen to have the baby at this point. Like, can we please move this along? Please. I'm begging. Anyway, drop down in the comments. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.